You found the construct feat, huh?
The construct feat?
Yeah. There's a feat that you can take that allows you to deliver critical hits to constructs.
Oh.
As if they were living.
He found 2 items that do that. One that does it for constructs and one that does it for undead.
Yeah. 2. Okay, though. Alrighty.
So where are we picking up from? ODM.
There.
Ooh, that's pretty.
This is the new map. John was still had the old map at the end of last session.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Where's our beds?
The beds are upstairs, you dingus.
Yeah, there we go.
They're over here. On the top floor.
I have the name museum layer. If you need to know which, I can tell you.
I'm pretty sure we know. Like, that one's Eva's. That one's Rehne's. I think that one was Jeva's.
Yeah.
Kosh had the other corner bedroom.
Yep.
Where what's her name? Nia? Where's Nia gonna sleep?
I guess Nem's.
Yeah, that one.
And that's where Kyle will be. Nim lost his room because he's been gone for
too long.
Yeah.
Nim was never Nin. It was just tearing at Nim.
If he comes back, this is his new bed.
What's his new bed?
Sleep on the couch in the basement.
Oh. Profound sadness.
He's a drow.
Okay. Deserves to be in the basement. Seems a little racist.
So, how much time has passed?
Since we got our asses kicked by dragons?
Yes.
John?
It's the next morning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we wake up with all this cool gear. Cool.
No, you gotta craft it.
It's just... I didn't want to have to try and do it mid-session, so...
I gotcha.
And I'll put it somewhere where you guys can actually see it easier.
Mm-hmm.
The date.
Oh. Well, first thing Eva is going to do is she's gonna go into one of the offices and just start making material lists. Working out how much of what material she's going to need, how much it all costs. As she does when she starts planning a big craft. I see Rehne moving.
Thanks.
What was that?
Just pacing.
Oh.
Just pacing.
So Ava's going to spend the day just making these material lists and costing them out.
Well, I'm glad you didn't have the same experience as Eva and Jeva. It's not fun dying, I can tell you that.
I'm glad that nobody died during that fight. Is her name Nia or Nie?
Nia.
Nia. Did Nia die in that fight? Was she brought back?
She did.
Yeah, Nia died.
No, Jesus fucking Kosh is like, hey, Jeva, I'm glad you didn't die. It's not a good experience. And she's sitting right there.
Yeah, she was.
I just look up and
R&R.
like nod it. I look up and nod at Nia. You know what I'm talking about.
I see John is taking control. Just like, fucking really?
I just like point at my neck. Trust me, I understand.
At least we're all back and in a safe place where we can contemplate our next move.
So yeah, aside from a brief stint in the morning, you don't see Eva for the rest of the day. She just steals herself away in the office doing all the financial shit.
I'm not sure if they have. Oh no, this is the right voice. Okay.
It sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we're alive. It's what it is. I know if I die, I'm fine. So there's that. I
Well,
think I get what he means.
well, aren't you just a little lucky ball? Death doesn't necessarily concern you, but it does concern those of the living.
I mean, I'm alive. I feel alive, at least. I just come back. I don't know why.
You feel alive, but it's do you feel death?
I don't know. Someone kill me. Let's find out.
Uh, uh, I'm not sure how to handle myself right now.
Typically with both hands. Yes, a talking ball. Psychic, psionics, something around that. Kosh is an abnormality, and as such, he brings abnormalities with him.
Yeah, I'm him, he's me. We are we. Something.
It's like having two Koshes, or one is just higher pitched.
It's excellent.
You can see Nia looking from Rehne to Kosh to Sai to Kosh to Sai to Rehne. What have I got myself into?
I just let him do some of the talking.
The talking, actually. Unless you're talking to your boyfriend. Hopefully he's okay.
I'm not sure who you mean.
What do you mean you're not sure who I mean? Your boyfriend. Laying on quite thick when you were down in the caves.
I mean, I had a good fight. Does that make relationships? I'm not sure.
Depends on the culture. Orcs have a tendency to wed those that can beat them or best them in combat. I mean, brings up a good question. Rehne slightly looks at Jeva because she has seen the passing gazes. How do courtships work in your race, in your culture?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I am talking about you.
We exist.
But do you have relationships?
No time for relationships.
No time. But is there a desire?
I mean, we spend time together.
Intimate time together?
Oh, you're talking about sex. Yes, we do have sex.
There's a difference between sex and intimacy, Kosh.
I don't understand.
Sex is physical. It's kind of like brawling or dueling. It's an act. That's what sex is. It's just to blow off steam. Whereas intimacy, there's a connection.
Oh, I've
It's
made
about
connections.
it's
Don't
about no, it's about love. Intimacy, that intimate nature, that finding a kindred spirit and laying with them because you choose to. Are you
Oh,
speaking to me, Nia?
Just all of you.
I
If
mean,
it,
does it make you uncomfortable?
It's just unusual. It was a bit more of a
being
private
I
thing
kind
back
of,
home.
I kind of understand what you're talking about. I don't understand it myself. Not sure if I've even touched before.
Something tells me if you don't understand it, he doesn't understand it. And she's like pointing at Sai and then pointing at Kosh.
I think
It's not quite like that. He breaks. He doesn't quite feel.
I have plenty of feelings. Thank you.
You're a
Listen,
talking hamster wheel.
I'm not willing to get in an argument with myself right
Now, then why did you start it?
I
Rehne looks thoroughly amused.
listen.
Nia is also
I brought you
amused.
into this world. I can take you out.
I'll just come back. That's my existence.
Oh dear God.
We have a tendency to be a lot more open because we're around each other so often. And really, we have to learn how to put up with each other. And if we can't speak about it, then we have things like this, where one of us just disappears and doesn't really allow anyone else to know where they are, what they're doing. And if you're having Eva as your mentor, you might find that she disappears just as much as I do. And as the rogue of the party that's saying something.
Jeva just says, I'm a rogue too.
Yes, but you don't disappear, dear. You stay nice and nestled up against Kosh at all times.
I feel safer there.
Of course you do. That is good enough. She hides in other rooms. The thing is like that small little statement, she hides in other rooms, is about to like scale immensely
Oh, I
within the
know.
next few months.
I know.
By the way, I forgot to actually introduce myself to you. I am Sai.
Nia. I'd shake your hand, but she kind of just like leans, tilting her head.
Sai also just tilts to the side in the same direction.
And you're
I'm not sure about this
floating-
greeting, but
you're a
it's
floating
not bad.
ball. It's kind of
I
hard to
am
shake the hand of a floating ball.
I'm a crystal.
Okay, so we've determined what the material of your ball is made out of. Still a floating ball. She kind of like taps gently on the top of him.
Hey, watch it. I'm not as durable as you might think. But I exist. And that is my purpose.
Your purpose is to exist.
I mean, what's yours?
Well,
kind of
that's
goes quiet.
that's way more philosophical than I ever thought would come out of something from me. But
Eva's not
The
there, so I
question.
can't respond with that.
I don't believe any of us really know why we exist,
I
but I
mean,
believe
I
that.
do. I exist to push back anything that threatens life.
But is that something that you were given at birth, or is that a decision that you made once you were cognitive of your awareness?
That is what was determined for me by my Kari. I was to fight back against the darkness.
And if that ends, do you end with it?
There will always be another fight.
But what if there wasn't?
I don't ever see that happening, so I've never thought past it.
We can get caught up in the one-dimensional aspect of what we believe we're put on this earth, this planet, for. But to have just one sole purpose for existence seems kind of sad.
And boring.
I'm not. I feel insulted.
You feel insulted.
I do.
But what you have found with Jeva is more than what your initiatory existence was for. You fight the darkness. You don't
What?
gain friendship. You don't gain enjoyment. Your sole existence is meant to fight darkness, not have connections, not feel.
I mean, I found Jeva, and I found a companion in Jeva,
Yes, you did.
and she's my student.
Right.
Jeva
But
just
you're.
sulks down in the chair.
I can hear the silent out of Scott, and nothing more.
And I care for her deeply, as she is. And I care for all of you deeply, as it is. But,
I mean, we've only just met. Realistically.
well, if Eva thinks you're with us, then I care. You're with us. But, the thing is, I will always be there to push back anything that threatens life. No matter what. That's what I do. That is my vow to all that live. All that believe in good.
Well, it's going to be difficult considering everyone's got an expiration date.
We all die eventually. But it is my duty to always find a way to be there when I'm needed.
So, would you abandon us for your vow, for your duty?
Of course not, I'd bring you along.
If we couldn't go?
I hope that day may never come.
And I hope you push your thoughts on existence and destiny if that time does come. Jeva's sake, that is. If you were to go, she'd be lost without you.
Who?
Jeva, of course.
Jeva? Jeva would be right there beside me. I know her. I mean, yes, I always want to be by your side.
You two make such a cute little couple.
It's adorable.
Agreed.
I mean, yes, we work together very well. I agree.
Nia is going to sense motive the fuck out of that. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Sure, give me a second.
Just like looking between the two of them.
So the thing is Kosh kind of reminds me of the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
If I only had a heart.
Yeah. But in the concept that, like, he's like, I was made like this, you know, but I would like a heart, right? I think Jeva was kind of like that piece of a heart. I'm really thankful we didn't kill her when we found out that she was a werewolf.
You mean like you did in the other campaign?
Oh, fuck yeah. I killed the fuck out of that Jeva.
So essentially, like, he's still like pretty oblivious, but he's more so like, what are you talking about? Is essentially what you're telling. Like, he's just rather confused by what you mean by companion, because he
Cool.
still just sees her as his student and needing to just teach her everything he knows and everything he's still learning. So
I'll turn my attention. Jeva, sweetheart,
yes.
what do you think of Kosh?
I mean, he's an excellent fighter and a great protector, and he's cared for me, even though it may have been rough sometimes. But he's never let me down.
What is he to you?
She just goes silent and just sulks in her seat. Like, or not really sulks, but just like red face, like, I can't say this.
Nia kind of just like. She doesn't move her head, but just you see her eyes move up. Look at Jeva, look at Kosh. Slight smirk before flipping her eyes back down to the book in her hands.
Have you ever attempted to immerse yourself in the cultures around you?
So, one second.
I love how much RP we're getting in right now.
Fucking right.
With Kosh and Jeva, and then knowing a little bit of Nia. That's awesome.
I'm assuming Jeva noticed that. And she kind of...
The look up, smirk, and look back down.
Yeah, and she kind of gives Nia a little bit of a glare. Like, what's your intention? Why did you just smile at Kosh?
Protective mode has been enabled.
Guard dog mode has been activated. I wonder, if Jeva's feeling protective, does she turn into a German Shepherd instead?
Jesus Christ.
My brain
No,
goes to
but
strange places.
they're still There's like a little growl under her voice.
Her hackles raise, like her hair raises. But Kosh, my question still stands.
I thought I answered your questions.
Have you attempted to immerse yourself in the cultures around you?
I mean, yes. Have you seen the bag of holding that I have?
No, that's
This thing's amazing.
it is. Do you still have corpses in it?
I
He
haven't
puts
checked.
corpses in there?
Don't ask. Long story.
Too late, I
Corpses,
already
yes.
did.
I mean, it happens sometimes. It's
Do
a
we
great
need
way to
to-
transport.
They just happen to fall into your bag, do they?
No, I mean,
Jeva was in there for a little bit too. Like,
You stuck
it
people
happens.
in that thing?
Listen, if I need to go somewhere, I would hop in this bag.
I may not know as much as Miss Breigwal, but you know how those things work, right?
It's magic.
Is he always like this?
always. No hesitation, no nothing. Always. Like
Always.
this.
How does
See?
she manage it?
It's great.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
We are definitely a dysfunctional, functioning party. We don't always see eye to eye, but that doesn't mean that we don't work well together.
Well, I mean, I am the tallest, if that's what you mean.
Yes, and Jeva climbs you like a tree quite often.
I mean, she shrinks down, so it helps.
Also helps that she can hold her breath for so long.
Yes, she's done some
I
excellent
am
training
going
with
to
that.
find out what my sleeping arrangements are now.
Slowly backs away.
Yeah, basically, just like, okay, this has reached a point where I'm just like, I'm not even sure anymore.
Jeva,
just, as soon as Nia leaves the room, you just see Jeva relax. Like, no,
Jeva,
yes.
Kosh is very thick-headed. If you are to get anywhere with him, you're going to have to tell him straight out. Eventually.
I don't know what you mean.
You don't.
I'm his student. That's
Take your
She-
time.
yeah. She just slides into her seat.
I think she's slid so far down now that her back is resting on the seat pillows, her neck is against the back, and her legs are just like out holding the rest of her body up. Just like, you know how you do when you start slouching your chair and then you just slide further and further and further until you're basically like led down with your legs out.
It's an uncomfortable position.
Kosh just looks over at Rehne. What'd you do to her?
I made mention to what she needs to do in the future if you're ever going to figure anything out. But unfortunately, it doesn't appear that she's quite ready. Which is fine. You're just too thick to get it now, which would probably help you in the future. Regardless, Kosh, guess what time it is?
Is it meat scepter time?
It is meal time indeed. Would you go ahead and get started on food?
Oh, indeed. I've been waiting for this meal.
Good. And we can both go and bug Eva, because we're going to have to force her to eat.
You just hear Kosh yell up through the stairs. Meat scepters!
At the moment, I
Kitchen.
have too many character sheets.
Is this our kitchen?
No, that's the shop floor. Kitchen is here.
Okay.
I forgot to furnish it.
All right. To the kitchen we go.
Just, Yep, she'll definitely hear that.
She hears meat sector. Dear jeez. No
Yep.
context.
No context, just the loud shouting of Meat Scepter.
Be very afraid if I was her.
All right, so I showed you this at that woman's school. You gotta grab the meat as firmly as you can. Slide it down, firmly grasping.
I can only
And make-
assume that you're, like, broadcasting this through the earring.
Yes.
No. Does Nia have a hearing?
No,
Like-
she doesn't. I didn't
Oh
plan
my
it.
gosh.
That's not the person I was wondering about, though. Eva takes the earring off.
Would you yell when they're done? I'm gonna go ahead and check on Ava. You know, if we don't keep her in tune with the other things that she needs to be doing, she'll forget everything.
As you're walking out, you just hear Sai going off, and
Meat scepter's good. Meat scepter's fun. It got your meat all day long.
Oh my goodness.
And we are never giving Sai a earring of whispers, ever.
Alright. So she goes down or up the stairs. Is it ground floor to top floor?
So
Or is it top floor down to ground?
basement is at the top of the map.
Okay. Alright.
So,
So she
because the dragon landed up here on the roof when we got ambushed.
fucking let's not bring back those memories right now. So Brain is gonna do something that she doesn't do often.
Knock.
She's gonna knock on the door.
It's open.
Walks in. If you didn't hear, meat scepters are being made.
Oh no, I heard. Kinda hard not to when he's shouting it like that. And you can see, like,
Indeed.
there are sheets of paper. Like, it hasn't been that long, but there are sheets of paper everywhere. And it's like columns with material names, purposes, cost, just going page after page after page, just scattered across the desk, and some of them have fallen onto the floor.
She picks them up off the floor and places them in an open-ish area on the table if there's anything left. But she peers closely at them. It looks like you have things in mind to create, and apparently they're quite costly.
They always are when I get a large craft going.
Items tend to be in demand, high demand, when you have talented party members who have needs and wants.
It's mostly the
But
needs.
shouldn't all expenses be covered by the railing system?
Unfortunately, the rail won't be providing enough money for the amount of stuff that we'll be making. It's a long list.
Is the list in front of you the one that you're talking about?
She kind of just like gestures to all the papers spread across the desk.
How long do you think it'll take you to compile a list of everything, as well as the costs?
The list I should have done by tonight, along with the costs. In the materials, on the other hand,
Possibly help with materials as well.
it's just finding sources. Pretty sure the last time we did this, we tapped out most of the city. I think I had to make a trip out to, what was it? What was that fort out in the mountains, John? The Dwarven Fortress?
See.
The Iron Mountains, I think it was.
Krona Peak.
Yeah, I had to go out to Corona Peak to get a few of them last time. Because people just, they stopped wanting to sell to me. I was buying too much.
Let me put out some feelers to my connections. See if they can't come up with anything, as long as you have a list.
Well, there's most of a list here.
Allow me to take a look. Is Ava holding it in her hands right now?
I mean, there are pages, just like, there's a page in front of her that is like half filled, but all the pages around her are filled with various material components, their purposes, and the costs of them.
Seat with you if you don't mind.
Take
And I'll wait until you're done. I have to make sure that you're getting food, or at least nourishment of some sort.
She kind of just like brings her hand up and taps one of her rings. Don't need to worry about that one.
Look, magic is always good. However, there are simple pleasures that we should indulge in every once in a while. Eating should be one of them. I know it's not mandatory for most of us, but it is a simple enjoyment.
I'll be down when I'm ready.
I'll wait here to make sure that happens.
You see her kind of like scowl a little, like for a moment. There's this brief scowl on her face before settling back on neutral.
She does winky face, like pulls out her kukris.
You know, if you were going to force me, you'd have to catch me, right?
I'm polishing, sweetheart. I have no intentions of hurting you. Although, if you like a chase, probably give you one of those as well. But right now, you have more important things to do.
Yes,
Sketch out your little list. Before long, we'll be hearing Kosh yell meat scepter.
So now that Kosh and Jeva are actually alone, Jeva's loosened up and is like smiling and giggling along with Kosh as he's just enjoying making his meat scepters and
God, I shook them so hard. It's not fair.
We have two ships running in this campaign right now. One of them is our lovely pair, and the other one is Jeva and Kosh.
They're so cute. My heart. And I love Sai. I miss him so much. Like, he's never really there in combat for reasons.
Obvious
But
reasons.
but I love hearing him. So Rain and Ava are kind of sitting in the study, going over lists. Well, Ava's doing that while Rain is tending to her kukris, polishing them, making them look beautiful. And we're just waiting for the mealtime bell. That happens.
That happens to be the voice of Kosh screaming at the top of his lungs, "Meat scepters!"
Yes.
So up the stairs, you start hearing.
Meat scepter's good. Meat scepter's fun. It makes y'all meat all day long. Meat scepter's good. Hey! You just hear like a clank against the door. Hey!
Opens the door.
I thought you left it open.
Nope, I closed it. I'm not rude.
I guess I just have bad aim. The meat scepters are done. That's the end of the song, by the way.
Oh, didn't know we had a song going on.
Meat scepter's good. Meat scepter's fun. Makes our meat all day long. Meat scepter's good. Meat scepter's fun. Make our meat and roll it on the bar.
That door is open.
Hey! You! Hey!
Already forgetting my name, are we?
Nia. Nia! That's it! Nia!
There you go.
The meat scepter's done!
I feel like I should be concerned about this.
From what I can tell, everyone's reaction at least, it's an up and down kind of on it. Not really sure why. They seem delicious, and I have this perception that they're delicious. But every time I say it, people give me odd looks.
Nia just kind of
But anyways.
shrugs.
Yeah, meat scepter. Come get them. From what I hear, they're delicious in your mouth.
I should definitely be concerned.
All right, Ava. Food is done. We can
Meat
take a
scepters!
Oh god.
Wait.
we can take a brief pause.
Meat scepters!
Oh god.
After you?
You're really gonna make me, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
That's the shop floor, for one. That is not a dining room. I would like to point out.
I put the food where I put the food.
The dining room is downstairs. Where you are not eating off the shop counter. You know for a fact Ava would have a problem with that.
That's where you got fit.
That's the bar. There we go. Third time's the charm. That's the alchemy lab. There we go.
Well, glad you could join us. I knew you could never miss my meat scepter. It's my specialty.
You can just see, like, pinching the bridge of her nose is like, need to get that spell scroll sooner rather than later.
I helped make them.
Like, almost on cue, simultaneously between Nia and Ava. You don't have hands!
Oh no, that was Jeva.
That was Jeva.
Oh. I thought it was Sai, sorry.
But I was there to help motivate. Meat scepter's good. Meat scepter's fun. We make our meat and rest it all done.
Question, John.
Yes.
And I don't know if this will work, Would Fumble Tongue work on him?
He's speaking to you through your mind.
I need to double check the effects of Fumble Tongue now. Hang on. Fumble Tongue. Unable to speak intelligibly. Any effort the target makes to talk in any language comes out of use. Makes it may not work for
Has
telepathy.
no
then.
effect on telepathic communication.
There it is. Damn it. You see Eva like considering casting something, and then it's like, no, that wouldn't work. Might work on you, but it won't work on that.
On what do you mean?
When she points to Kosh when she says that.
What are you trying to do?
You remember that spell that I cast on that paladin when we were on Brandon's forgetting the word for
yeah,
it.
that horse's ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yes, I was considering casting that spell on your little psi crystal. Unfortunately, it doesn't
Why
work on
would you do that?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work on telepathic communication. Because he's as bad as you are. That's why.
He has a beautiful voice.
Yes, and it would
Why
sound
are you being so mean?
If I was being mean, it would have worked. It's a spell that just makes it hard to talk.
He just drifts off into the corner.
Could be worse.
Eva.
I guess I'm not needed.
Yeah.
1 second.
Sorry.
If Psi is a correspondence of you, Kosh,
Yes.
does this mean is this how you would act as well if you weren't all brawny?
He's an exaggeration.
Ava just realizing, oh god, there's 2.5 of him now.
Psi, if you would like to continue being at the table, you may.
Well,
Not
if
he had to leave the table.
Well,
Well-
if you don't mind, I would love to be here.
Of course. All
he
right.
just settles down onto one of the chairs.
Kosh, would you pass out the meat scepters?
He
Why
just
did we
like
have to name them
full-fisted,
that?
like hands him out like he has Wolverine claws.
Jesus.
It's a frickin' satay. Why do you have to name them meat scepters?
Well, you see, the trick is
No.
it's the tomato
no.
at the top. It's the tomato at the top that does the trick.
You just see it like she's elbows at the edge of the table, just head like face tilted downwards, pinching the bridge of her nose and just shaking her head. She's like, no.
Plus, I'm sure to make all the meat very tender.
Could
gotta
you show
beat
us
it-
how to eat it?
Yes, you take you can either grab it or just openly bite it, but you definitely got to go for the tomato on top. It's nice and roasted, or I guess grilled. I'm not really sure. I just cook it. I don't really know how, but you either take a bite of it, and he just takes a big bite of the tomato, and then while you got that in your mouth, you just take a giant bite of the meat. And you just mix it in your mouth. It's delicious.
And as per usual, you are a mess. Where did we leave the
He
napkins?
just takes his meat scepter that he's holding in his hand and starts pointing at you. Listen. Appreciate what I cook. Because I put hard work into it, and so does Jeva. She's learned very well how to handle the meat.
I'm just saying you could be neater about it. Wait, didn't we have this conversation at the cabin?
We did, yes. But a good tale is worth 2 tales. Tellings. Tale tellings. Whatever it might be.
A good tale is worth a second telling.
I like the way he talks.
You're him, you would.
Listen, I can use the ego boost.
No, you really don't need it.
So,
Considering you can grow to the
This-
size of a dragon, I really don't think that you need an ego boost.
Yes, Rehne?
I believe everyone can eat their own meat scepters differently. I believe I'm going to deconstruct and then reconstruct. Not
Feel free.
necessarily. Eva, you have to eat at least one whole meat scepter.
Fine.
Good.
It'll be the best meat you've ever had in your mouth. I guarantee.
Kosh. Kosh.
You
Congratulations,
should know this
Kosh.
by now.
You've just volunteered to be a test subject for a new spell.
I hope it's an even more bigger, or how? What's the name of that? We call it expansion. What do you magic folks call it? I don't quite remember.
And large person?
Yeah, that thing. Is it one of those? I would love that.
Not in the house.
Oh god, no, not after the last time something that had a size increase decided to bust through the frickin' wall. And I just
We don't
realised how
speak of
badly
those
that could
times.
say.
Nia, you missed out on a great fight. That's all I gotta say.
Long story
That's
short,
the fight that fucking Eva died in, right?
yes, that is the one where I think that was the first one that Eva got decapitated in.
Yep. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Ava finally understood exactly how I feel,
See,
and I feel we have a stronger bond because of it. As Kosh just like scratches at his neck.
Eva kind of touches the scar on her neck as well, just like, yep, definitely wanted that.
Question: did you see that light?
No, fortunately my fail safes were in place, so I was only dead for a matter of moments.
It was quite brilliant, but
Yes, and you need to stop doing it. I'm 2 for 2 for saving your ass right now.
well, I hope there'll at least be plenty more with a good fight.
I fucking hope not. I don't want to have to
From
keep
my
stitching you back together.
From my understanding of magic, you can do this forever.
That's not to say that we want to push the envelope with how many times we can do it per battle. I'm pretty sure that
There is a
No,
hard limit on the amount
absolutely
of times
not.
I can do that per day.
I limit the death to at least once per battle. That's it.
How about none per battle? There's a reason I'm giving you these fail saves, Kosh.
I
Stop
agree.
dying.
None per battle.
I don't intend to die, but should I die?
You don't intend to, but
Apparently
you're pretty
okay.
fucking good at it.
Remember that we can't always rely on Ava to be our failsafe. If you should perish before she's able to cast anything to save you, or if she is in danger, like the last battle, then both of you are dead.
As I said earlier, I'm not finished learning, and I've learned from battles.
Right, but you can't learn if you're dead. So we have to be able to rely on our own cognizance to keep us alive while we are in battle. Eva can only do so much. Not to say that you don't do what you do perfectly well.
No, I'm with you on this one. There is a limit to my abilities.
To all of our abilities. If it wasn't very apparent last time that we're still lacking in certain departments.
Listen, if you can make a bag I can put a body in, I have no doubts in what your capabilities are.
You do know that there are regular bags that you can put bodies in, right?
Yes.
But this one fits on my hip. It's
Yes, but
amazing.
You keep putting bodies in there, and then you keep asking me to clean the damn thing. I'm not gonna clean it if you're just gonna keep making it dirty.
It's magic. It's amazing.
Why do I feel like I need to give a lecture to both you and Nia on the nature of the arcane? She at least has some understanding thanks to my mother's books.
Listen, I can do this. And you just see him conjure up psionically rope.
Why is it always rope? That was one
Because
time,
you never have
Kosh.
it.
I'm pretty sure that there's a fetish in there somewhere. He just hasn't learned about it just yet.
Oh, probably. There's also the fact that that tomb was your first death.
I mean, me and my fellow monks at the monastery, we learned a lot about rope tying and whatnot, and we had our own troop, and we called ourselves the Naughty Boys.
This is like
So you just
Rehne is
hear this
eating
like
Rehne
snort from Nia. Just like
Rehne is eating with like utensils. Both of them just drop out of her hand. Like she's just looking at him like, "Are you serious?"
Yes, we were quite proficient. Slip knots, square knots. One of my fellow monks actually had a very interesting trick he did with it, and he made a snake knot. I have no idea. And you just see him like pick up the rope and like try and demonstrate like what it looked like.
so Eva finishes the last bite on the single meat scepter before casting alter gravity on herself and just walking up the wall and across the roof.
Leaving soon.
I knew my food was off the wall.
It's like it just stops for a moment, still upside down, mind you. So she's standing on the roof. Her hair is actually like flowing as it would if she was standing on the ground. So
Yep.
her hair's not actually like trailing above her or anything like that. It's actually as though she were on the ground. It's just that she's on the roof. One, you've got to rename that thing. Seriously.
What do you mean? It's a scepter of meat.
It's a satay.
It has
I'm
the
never gonna win
tomato
this
on
one.
top.
I'm never going to win this one. But I need to make some headway on these crafts before something else happens.
I mean, you know you have my aid, right?
Yeah. Need to get the materials first, though.
Fair
And
enough.
for that, I need
Yes.
loose. And for that, I need money. It's like you just hear her voice gradually growing more quiet as she continues
As she
upstairs.
exits. She always been this dramatic. Very dramatic exit.
I mean, as long as I've known her, yes.
Perhaps I've just never noticed before.
I mean, she never did that back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, when she was a healer at the town.
Ooh. I love a good old-fashioned story.
I haven't heard about her in her youth.
Floors are yours, Nia.
Well, I'm not too sure how long she'd been doing it before I was born, but as long as I could remember, she was the town apothecary, the town physician. Like, there was a time I was a dumb kid, running around as I do, ended up tripping over and breaking my leg in the middle of the street. I was lucky that she actually had a pot of plaster to try and to reset my bone and make sure it would heal properly.
Sounds like you have weak bones. Be sure to eat all of that meat, Septa. It's good protein.
Just shakes her head. I was a dumb kid. I just landed badly. It was a clean break, at least.
Nonetheless, I am your elder.
Wow!
Are you, anyway?
I'm sorry?
How old are you, anyway?
How old am I?
Kosh has forgotten how old he is.
29.
That's how. Wow.
I was gonna say, the dementia is kicking in, but if he's 29, fuck, that means Ava's screwed.
Jeez. Rehne just like lifts an eyebrow. 29. You're 29.
Yes.
I would have thought he was in his 30s.
I mean, I'm nearly there. You should know my age. We had birthday parties.
I don't remember our celebrations, unfortunately.
Oh, you were somewhere else. I don't even recall. With the guild or something? I'm not sure.
You
But
run
I
a
have a
guild?
sort of. I have connections that I go to when needed.
Still, that's
It's
pretty
always
cool.
nice. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's nice to have people on the outside who can relay information to you when needed. Especially in times of duress and need.
I just realized you missed my birthdays.
I apologize.
We had splendid cake.
Cake?
And you
Was it a
missed
meat
it.
cake?
One of them was, but it was for me. But I have to make sure I get my protein for the day. Sugar isn't great to keep yourself fit.
No, but it's cake.
I mean, I'm
Like,
hoping that my
why
meat
would you...
scepters will at least put some bones on these ones I travel with. Or put some meat on the bones.
You know what? Fuck it. Whose birthday's next? Looks between Jeva, Kosh, and Rehne.
Let's see. Kosh is Therendor the 21st.
My birthday is Aerith the 12th.
Jeva's is Dravago the 17th.
So
Has anyone ever asked when Eva was born? Do you know when Eva was born?
I don't.
Give me a moment.
She
I'll be right
wasn't-
back.
Silvera's not here right now, John.
I know.
Oh,
Doesn't mean you can't invite her to a birthday party.
oh, that's so funny.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Silvera's birthday. Oh, it's in April. Oh, okay.
You
Ray
just
knocks
hear-
on the
like,
door.
As you're going up the
Still
stairs,
open.
it's near my birthday, but it's like 3 or 4 days near it, somewhere.
When is your birthday?
24th of Therendor? Why?
Because we are going to celebrate birthdays.
We don't have time.
Got to be young, right, Ava? How old are you?
Cue Brandon thinking, I thought you weren't supposed to ask a woman her age.
Only if you're a man asking the question.
I'm 33.
Kosh just yells up, "How old are you?" No.
Kosh, it's impolite. Damn. So Ava is 33.
Yes.
Kosh is 29.
Yep.
How old is Jeva?
20.
Yeah, 20.
I'm pretty
20.
sure.
And how old is Nia? When's Nia's birthday? I gotta go to notes. 1 second.
Nia's birthday, I don't remember if I said. I have not said her birthday. I'll have to do that. We'll say late in the year. I'll work it out before next session.
Okay.
Haven't you found it odd that Kosh isn't like this wise old monk?
He just looks like a wise old monk.
He's pretty young.
Yeah, he's hella
Yeah.
young.
He's just built.
Yeah, besides-
Nia is 18.
Nia is 18?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, that's why he doesn't look like into the future, because he's young. He's like, this is what I do.
Jesus. I think out of all of them, so she portrays herself as a 27-year-old. Rehne is 27. If you ask her her age, that's what she's going to give you, unless you're Kosh, which she's not going to answer. But she's actually like 37 years old. Like she's
She's
the eldest in the party. Yeah. She's been doing this shit for a long fucking time.
Yep.
Okay, look. She's a dragon! God damn it, John! She's a fucking dragon. She gets booted from this discussion.
Yeah, this is not relevant. She is a dragon.
Mm-mm.
And she's also not here.
Irrelevant
Yeet.
elephant. Yeet.
Take that information and yeet.
She's not there to tell us, so we don't know.
Exactly.
I don't think you ever did ask her birthday.
I don't think we did.
We
Never
haven't
gonna-
asked anybody's birthday until now.
I mean, we've celebrated birthdays, but
Yeah, we just,
I don't think
as players.
Rehne was there. I don't think
No.
I've been there for a single birthday. So
You might have been in the early days.
no, I think
at most-
I think she was like gone doing like the
I think she
guild
was there for the
stuff.
first craft, like the first set, in which Ava just took a day off on her birthday.
Yeah,
She didn't do anything special, she just took a day off.
did
yeah.
she say it was her birthday? Or did she just take the day off?
She just took the day off.
Exactly. So it's like no one knew. Like
And at that
everybody knew
point-
Ava took a day off, but
Yeah.
like
At
that could
that
be for
point,
any reason.
it's like, they don't know her well enough or her work ethic well enough at that point to know whether or not it
Yeah.
was a special occasion.
John, if this is about fucking Silvera, I swear. What?
Yeah, that's
Dope.
a thing. She does have a son.
Wow.
That's yeah.
What bard fucked her?
That's a discussion for next campaign. Let's keep going.
Okay. Just a question. I know that women have a tendency as we get older, we don't necessarily like to celebrate our birthdays. We can always fumble ages if necessary.
I've never really been one for celebrating it anyway. It's a day.
An important day. I just shivered. I'm sorry. Ugh.
They're not all bad.
Onthar's alright.
Yeah.
It's a day where a number goes up.
A number of years that you've been able to survive. That you have blessed this beautiful place with who you are.
Eva kind of narrows her eyes a little bit. You're planning something, aren't you?
I'm always planning something.
I don't want a celebration. I just want to get this stuff done.
Of course we can get this stuff done. Doesn't mean we can't celebrate. Plus, if you don't leave the celebrating to me, Kosh will handle the celebration.
Not if I
Pretty
shove them in a
sure
bag of
that'll
holding.
help my plan. What?
Just quiet thought of Eva. Not if I put him in a bag of holding. Can't plan much from in there.
It's true, but we're trying to survive, not die, correct? Just had that.
He'll have an item that will allow him to breathe. He won't die. It's
A
kind of
little
like
celebration.
it's an
won't
enchantment
hurt.
just like on mine.
You expect me to remember all of your enchantments?
Oh god, no, I forget half of them. It's something I'll be putting on yours and Jeva's as well. It will surround you in a shell of fresh air, allowing you to breathe in any environment. Also makes you immune from vapor-based effects, so... Poison gas... There. Poison gas clouds are right out.
Very useful. But a little celebration would probably take the edge off of all of us. Celebrate while we can.
Still
So-
don't want a celebration. And I will find a way to stop Kosh if I have to. Maybe there's a spell that can just like send him to another plane for a day. I'll work something out.
Knowing you, if there isn't one, you'll make one.
Well, when there's a need.
All right. So, have you compiled that list? Or do you believe it'll take you until the morning?
No, I think it should only take me another hour or so.
All right. Do you need anything while you wait?
Fresh lot of ink. This one's almost dry.
Sure. And Rehne goes off and goes to find ink.
There'd be some in the storeroom.
Right.
You don't remember which one the storeroom is, do you?
I don't.
It's that one.
Goes in, grabs a bunch of vials of ink, comes back. Here, enough to last you the night.
Thank
Or
you.
a few nights. Of course. Alright. I'm going to go and check on Nia, Kosh, and Jeva and Sai. Make sure that they're behaving. Rehne heads back up. Or whatnot.
Back down.
Yes.
Did Kosh pull out a deck of playing cards?
Sure, yeah.
I imagine he would eventually.
Yep. Alright, Nia, have you ever played Dragon's Ante?
I think I've heard of it.
Oh boy, I can tell you all the fun we had.
Sounds like you've got some stories.
Oh, me and the kid here. Java's just like...
Nia just kind of quirks an eyebrow at Jeva.
Yeah, we played a lot on our travels. And we play a lot together. And she just kind of like smirks over at Nia. I mean, I'd be more than happy to teach you. Jeva just looks quickly at Kosh. Always happy to have more competition.
You can always wager. Make it a little bit more interesting.
Wager what?
Kosh just grabs Sai, throws him into the middle.
Very
wait!
concerned look from Nia.
I don't know if this is allowed.
You're technically mine.
Isn't he also technically part of you?
I would be more than happy to give a part of myself. I do every time I fight.
Rehne, was it?
Mm.
I think you need to keep him away from devils.
We should probably lock Kosh up in general. We don't. We take that risk.
I haven't caused
Brave.
trouble yet. Well, I've caused trouble once, but I haven't caused trouble recently in recent years.
I was going to say,
I was
what do you classify as recently?
A couple years back, I was mind controlled by a evil sword, and
Oh, that doesn't sound
I
like fun.
died. I near died. And I kept moving. Was the problem? I can do that, by the way.
Keep moving beyond death?
Did I?
No.
As long as
Near
I'm
death?
not, as long as I'm not dead, my mind can will my body. It's quite painful, though, I must say.
Huh. Don't get into a bar fight with you. Got it.
Oh, I don't pull out those tricks for that. That's
But you
good
could.
sportsmanship. I mean, yes, I could.
Besides, is it really good sportsmanship if it's 5 versus 1?
I call that a fair fight.
Okay, Brandon knew you were going to say that. Well, you going to
I
DM or
mean,
what?
here we go. Starts passing out the cards.
May as well have some fun before I end up stuck in a room with a bunch of books. Something tells me the studying is going to be harsh.
I wouldn't expect anything less from a teacher like Eva.
Ditto.
Is she that bad?
Where is she right now? Instead of spending time with us, she's cracking open another kind of book. She would much rather be tending to the needs of what she needs to accomplish than spending a little bit of free time with everybody else.
Yeah,
As
that
you're
sounds like how she used to operate.
as you're talking and sitting there, Kosh looks over at Ray and's like, "You're in, right? Like, put your bets in. We can keep talking and play."
I've got nothing to
Cool.
bet, unfortunately. Everything I had kind of went up in flames. Literally.
I'm sure we can find something for you to wager.
Why don't we wager something else?
Nia just like picks up the chair next to her and puts it on the table.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Give me a moment, I'll be right back.
I mean, it could work. Puts it back down.
What about
Technically speaking.
secrets?
Mm.
We could wager secrets.
I mean, I don't
How's
really
one to say?
have any secrets themselves. You'd learn about the boring
I
life
don't-
of a baker's daughter.
Baking secrets. That's something that Kosh might actually enjoy. The
Speaking
secrets of a baker.
did we work out whose birthday was next?
That would be Kosh, I believe.
Indeed.
And then 3 days later, it's Ava's birthday. Who says that she doesn't want a celebration?
That's not going to happen.
She also mentioned sending you to another plane of existence so that you wouldn't create a celebration for her.
That might happen, but it will happen anyway.
Just make a party in the other plane. Problem solved.
Then
Trust
drag
me.
her there.
Trust me. If I can't, I can get Sai to keep it going.
Oh, boy, I'd be more than happy to go along with that. Parties
Alright.
are my favorites.
So current plan, you're getting a cake, and then we make a cake for Ava.
Can I make a request?
It's not going to be
No
made out of
meat
meat.
cake.
No meat cake. I am a baker's daughter.
We could do a meat pie.
That's an option.
Ooh.
Have a meat pie for the
Yes.
dinner, and then we've got a cake for dessert.
And that actually makes sense. There's also blood pudding. Should always do a blood pudding as well.
I mean,
Not sure I have
turned a
a
guy
recipe
into
for
blood
that.
pudding. Not sure what blood pudding is, but I
have
turned a guy to blood pudding.
I have questions, and I also don't exactly want to know how.
I hit very
Remember, Kosh, we're playing for secrets.
hard. Oh, yes.
Do we have rules for these secrets?
If you don't want to reveal it, you take a drink.
Perfect. I'll go get the alcohol.
The bar is over here.
It's been a while since I've gotten nice and
Oh yeah, that's the bar.
Yeah, that's the bar.
So, well, she grabs water too, and
Water
because
for who?
I mean,
Jeva just says, "Wine, please."
well, wine, beer, or any
That
kind of
depends
liqueur.
on if... I'm pretty sure Jeva has the Iron Stone that gives that, because we made one for her, or bought one for her after the friggin' incident at the friggin'
I don't remember.
the maze place, where we kept going up and then left, or up and then right, and then up and then right, and kept getting it wrong.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure Jeva, Kosh, and Rehne all have that Iron Stone. So unless they're willing to take that off for the purposes of
A fair game.
Rain was already going to put that into effect. Like that's
Yeah.
why she asked about rules, and Nia doesn't have one.
yeah, Nia doesn't have one yet. So
Right, and it's about playing fair. A couple of rules. We have wine and another alcoholic beverage that's a little bit stronger, and then we also have water. So the water is used for chasing if you don't like necessarily the taste of the liqueur that we have. Water can also be used just throughout the game to keep us from being parched, as we're going to be talking a lot. Hopefully. We'll have to wet our palate at least once or twice. Also, for those that are playing that have immunities gifted by items, we'll need to remove those. Everybody in agreement?
Of course.
you have items that make you immune to poison?
When you're with Eva, you get a lot of things. Believe me, by the time that she's done crafting, you're not going to be the same you anymore.
You can still
You're going to be
she's managed to find a change of clothes fairly basic that aren't singed because of the flames.
right.
You just see Kosh like poking at one of the crystals in his arms. Being like, "Yeah, this one actually makes me punch as a larger man."
Is that actually
Kosh.
in your arm? Kind of like
Kosh.
Of course.
leaning and tilting to
Kosh.
try and see.
Kosh.
Oh, yes.
We're playing for secrets. Goodness. Well,
That's not a very well
know
hidden
who's-
secret if it's sticking out of his arm like that.
right, but
It's
But
implanted in my arm.
the effects of it are secretive. You can see it, but you don't know what it's doing. All right.
He's not very good at
So
this whole
let's-
keeping quiet thing, is he?
No, not at all. All right, everybody. First round of drinks. Everybody has some water. And we can start the game.
Now, I'm assuming that we don't want to roleplay the entire game.
Let's do 3 or 4 rounds. Lowest roll loses.
That'll work.
Okay.
D20s.
Just raw d20?
Just raw D20.
Slash. What is it? Slash.
Slash R d20, space d20.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first? Kosh should go first.
Okay.
He's the one that thought of the
So-
game.
This is for Kosh.
Nice. Okay, I'll go. All right.
Ooh.
Oh.
And Jeva. So Nia, What secrets do you have to tell?
I'm trying to think of a secret that Nia would have now. I did not plan her this far.
In character creation.
Yeah, basically. Well, I was lucky enough that the other villagers didn't find out, but she pulls out the book that you saw her flipping through earlier. This actually belonged to Miss Breigwal. I managed to rescue it from the remains of her house.
Do you know that you have it?
Yeah. She, we talked about it briefly. After I was
What
brought
does it
back.
contain?
I mean, you can have a flip through if you want, but something tells me you might be rather bored. It's a... Long story short, it's about the abilities and magics of an astrologian.
Is that something you are as well?
She summons her star globe. Yep. I managed to learn what I could from the book. Dismisses it.
There's two of them now!
Are you going to have the same specialty as she is?
I'm not sure.
Well, with the wonders Ava's created, I'm glad you're around. It'd be good to have two.
Well, from the sounds of it, you might need it.
Possibly.
Do you know what you're getting yourself into, though?
Absolutely fucking not. I have been wondering that since I woke up this morning.
Well, then you better hope that somebody loses this next ante.
No kidding.
All
Ante
right.
up.
For Kosh.
Jesus, Kosh.
Stop winning.
For Jeva.
Haha!
Oh,
So it's your turn, little miss.
Well, it may not be a secret to these two, but this is most likely a secret to you. As she just transforms into a pupper.
You see her, like, sat there, looking, blinks a couple times. You're a werewolf.
Transforms back. I am. I was granted a wish to become a full-blooded werewolf. I used to be cursed. But now I've embraced it.
Well, it's a good thing you've got control of it now.
I had to be put to sleep many times. So me too. As she just has this, like, war
To
flashbacks.
sleep? Okay, I'm not sure I want to know what you mean by put to sleep.
Oh, I can put people to sleep by hitting them.
You
he
beat
knocked
her
her
into
unconscious.
unconsciousness?
Unfortunately, it was our only option.
It truly was.
You mean no one had access to a sleep spell or something?
At that point in time, no.
Some kind of anesthetic?
We didn't think of that.
Something tells me that wouldn't be a first for you. I think I'm starting to understand this one.
All right. It will ante up. Kosh.
Oh, wow.
Kosh,
Jeva.
stop winning. Ha!
Oh,
Oh! What is Rehne gonna tell?
Any secret?
Any secret?
Well, Miss Nia, what you are getting yourself into is this. We are a party that is hunting down these very valuable dragon masks that might just be the items for Calamity to raise Tiamat. In the event that we are unable to get these masks, Tiamat will rise, and we will rise to the occasion of trying to defeat her. That is what you're getting into.
You're fighting a god.
Yes.
It shall be glorious.
You see her just like grab the drink and just slam it back.
It's like she doesn't want to avoid or anything. She just needs it because of oh fuck.
Oh fuck, we're fighting a god. And then taking the water.
Appropriate coughing. Nice.
I mean, I actually needed
Alright.
to cough, but
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I was saying appropriate coughing. It fit. All right. Oh,
yeah, I know about that one. That's the first drink she's taken, and she's got a con modifier of 11.
Yep.
She can grab a few more. Believe me, I looked into this, John. For reasons, I looked into this.
Well, young miss, if that's the way it's going to be, as Kosh downs his drink. Don't say I ever let a lady drink alone. As Jeva just like looks up at him. Like, really? And she grabs her drink and just downs it.
I'm assuming
Why
that
not?
all of us are just gonna look at Rehne.
Yep. Rain just twirls it. Swings it back. All right. Now, before we begin again, I'm going to be right back. No knocking this time. She just walks straight in. Come with me.
Why?
Because I asked you to.
Okay, but why though?
You'll see.
I know I've just finished.
Good. Then once we're finished with this, we can come back and we can look over numbers and lists. She outstretches a hand. Come with me.
You're planning something.
Always.
Yes, but very specifically, you're planning something.
It's like you're a mind reader. Come with me.
I just know you at this point. Well,
Yeah.
parts of you.
Downstairs, you
Very quietly, it's you hear say, well, parts of you anyway.
Downstairs, you start hearing sigh.
There's a light at the end where I know, where culprits and carpets make sense of it all. And in the sky, all indigo, the young ones just want to go home.
Just
That is the cutest thing in the world.
You know I've got more work to do, right?
You've always got more work to do. That's an excuse you can use every day of the week Any day of the year.
Yes, and
And come with me.
you're not going to let this go, are you?
Never.
If only to get you off my back for now.
For now. So she takes her hand. She drags her all the way to the little kitchen table.
Oh, the dining table?
Yeah. Dining table, kitchen table.
I'm thinking, hang on, the kitchen's down here.
All right. She places alcohol, the liqueur, the wine, just in case she'd rather do wine, and water. We are playing Dragon's Ante, but we are gambling secrets. You may choose to divert a secret by consuming the alcoholic beverage of your choice. The water is there for chasing, or if you need to wet your palate. We've done this a few times, but I believe this should be an event that we're all involved in. So, now that Eva has joined us, I believe we can begin the round again.
You see this
If you
look
don't
of
mind,
frustration start to show on Ava's face. We
if you
have
don't mind, I
time.
have a memory of a song that I'd like to sing. Sorry, go ahead, Ava.
We don't have time for games. We've got a literal
If my
dragon
last-
god hanging over our heads, and you're trying to convince me to play a card game.
But it's fun!
I mean, the little one's right. You know that.
It's not just about fun, but it's about living in the moment. Death is constantly knocking at our door. You take the little time that we have and we make the best of it, which also includes living life to live life and not living life just to prevent death. It's about sharing time with those that we care for.
And the sooner I get this done, the more time we'll have.
But
Time isn't on our
you
side
never
here.
make time. I've only seen you stop working one day out of a year. And I come to find out that is a day that we should have been celebrating.
Yeah, I didn't take that day off last year either. We've got far too much to do and far too little time to do it in.
You can take the night.
Just one little game will take less than a minute.
One round.
Kosh, start us off.
Oh, if my lass was a boat and I was a sea, I'd send her a wave so that she'd ride me.
My goodness. Wow.
He's definitely
I
yours.
remember that song. I remember that one. Oh, yes.
Just waiting on
Jeva,
Jeva's roll.
pay attention. Ah, it's me now. what might you not know? Did you ever know that I have never had a single dream?
A dream.
Yes, a dream.
Dream as in something that you have when you fall asleep, or as in an aspiration?
Oh, I've had plenty of aspirations. I'm living in them now. But I've never actually experienced a dream in my sleep.
Well, as someone who has, I can honestly say they're not all that cracked up to be.
I've always wondered what it would be like, though.
Some
My
of them
car-
can be.
my Kari, it grants me power, but it does keep me from experiences in my life. I still owe it much, though.
Some dreams can be very beautiful. Take you to places that otherwise you would never go, but dreams can also be a place of pain and suffering. It's a double-edged sword. But I believe living a dream, like you are now, living your aspirations, is more beneficial than a simplistic dream. All right. If those of you would like to continue playing, you may. Just keep an eye on how much alcohol you ingest. Believe Ava and I need to go and work out some numbers.
I was hoping to at least best Eva in one game, but if you must.
Yeah, you'll have to do that
Come
better than
back to
that.
this. This won't be the only time that we'll play. Once we get some actual downtime, Ava, will you agree to having a full game?
When we don't necessarily have a mountain of items to craft and a dragon hovering over our heads, we'll see.
Make sure to get plenty of rest. In the event that we need to go out and search for materials, we'll need to do that at first light.
Well, I guess I need to go to the roof then.
Why do you need to go to the roof?
You said there was a dragon up there.
Oh, for
What?
fuck's sake, Kosh. Not literally.
I was wondering why you weren't more concerned, but
Oh, believe me, I'd be more concerned if we had a fucking dragon literally hovering over our house right now. In fact, I'd be up there storming the fucking thing.
listen, we almost died to dragons.
I know! You went invisible, Rain's always invisible, and they almost tore me to shreds. I remember!
Listen. In the future, I will make sure you're okay.
In the future, we won't have to deal with 10 dragons at a time. Or if we do, we'll have something to overcome them. Which is why
Looking
I'm
at you,
crafting
God.
so much.
Looking at you, God, dear Jesus.
Then God smite me down. Ha! Bring your A
Oh, no.
game!
A blue dragon just busted into your house.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, God.
Another one!
Fuck. I will never sleep in this house again. We need a new house after that. There's another fucking dragon. We just need a new house. Okay. So Rehne and Ava take their leave to go and discuss items.
Nia, what are your plans for the rest of the night?
Well, until lessons start, I've got nothing going on.
I mean, all I have for much entertainment are these cards, but I don't feel we can keep swapping secrets at this point.
Nothing wrong with a bit of friendly competition.
Fair enough. So yeah, they just keep
They keep playing.
dishing out cards, playing. They seem to get the hang of it.
A couple of them are still catching me. I'm getting the hang of it.
It's a great way to actually learn about the dragons. I'm surprised it doesn't trigger Eva as much as it could. In fact,
Eh, I'd say for her, cards are something that she's familiar with, given her profession.
did she work in the casinos?
No, big guy. It summons a star globe. The deck of 60.
Oh, that thing. Yes, it. I hit things really hard that day.
Dismisses it. See, I'm assuming they just keep going.
Yep.
All right.
Eva starts
So you've compiled everything?
yeah, she just starts like piling the sheets together. They're not in any particular order. They're just lists. No order, just materials, purpose, and cost.
So what's the final cost?
Fucking hell, John. Every time you play 3 Dragon Ante, Tiamat. Just boom.
That is one of the cards.
Okay, our final gear cost
Wait, what? What happened?
in the
Oh,
Tiamat
gotcha.
chat.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at 5,341,922 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper.
And how much of that do we have now?
Not nearly enough. Maybe a couple million at most in terms of magic items that we've managed to gather from everywhere else.
So what are our options?
Well, we could go old school, though that will increase the amount of time it takes. That being said, I've managed to work out a few formulas that allow me to manipulate the energies a lot more efficiently, but it'll still take time. How are you doing for money at the moment?
She takes out her coin purse and just drops it on the table.
What's mine is yours.
You've been sitting on that?
I'm always in need of money,
You see her
and
start.
I come into it very often.
You see her start running some numbers through her head. So there were some things I was planning on buying because there's not much point in me crafting them. We don't really save that much by having me craft them, and it takes far longer. There are 3 books that could increase your capabilities. I believe you've seen me reading copies of them before. The amount you've got there, you should be able to purchase 3 of them, and with what's left, does some more numbers. I can't remember how much we were taking from you. I think it was like after the... Freaking how much was it? I have forgotten, and it's so far back in our chat now.
I'm looking.
Found it. So if you buy those and then leave another 150k with me, that should leave you with plenty of walking around money for the time being, and give us a significant boost in what we'll be able to... what we won't have to try and craft for.
You take as much as you need. I want us to be able to do everything that we need to do to prevent the end of the world. And if my money helps, then it helps.
It'll definitely help with the current crafting, that's for sure.
Good. I'll just leave the rest with you. Should you need it, you can always dip back into it.
Can't believe you were sitting on that much money.
Again, I acquire it pretty easily.
And you were just carrying that around too.
I dare to have someone try and steal from me.
I mean, fair. But still. There was a time we would
You
have
never
dared
know when
someone to
something...
try and attack us here, and, well, look how that ended up.
Not with my money in their possession. Yet something far greater could be lost.
And you see her just kind of rub at the scar.
She puts her hand out and touches her free hand. We're going to be okay. We've got far more experience now. And we know what we're up against.
Do we, though?
We bump. Yes.
They managed to amass that many dragons just to try and kill us. What are they going?
But we're still here.
What are their forces going to be like when they decide to march?
We have our own as well. We have others that are going to stand beside us.
I'm just not sure it'll be enough.
Death has not stopped us yet. I believe that we're doing much better. We're gaining support and strength each and every day. Let's have a little bit of faith. We're going to get through this.
Well, we've got the list prepared. We know how much we need. And that amount that you've handed over is certainly going to help. Just need to work out how we're going to get the rest.
Is there a way to up the fee on the rail?
The rail can only handle so many people at a time.
Right, but the fee.
Well,
If we can increase...
if we up the fee, people won't get aboard, which means we lose money in the long run anyway.
We don't have to up it by that much.
It'd be better to just leave it the way it is. If we start messing around with fees like that, then hiking fees, people will stop coming, which means we'd need to hike the fees up even more just to keep it running, and then it just becomes...
We could always do bounties. I don't believe our efforts have gone unnoticed.
Do you think we'd be able to earn 15,000 gold per day through bounties?
High enough bounties? With all of us working towards it? I can also check in with my...
I think we're going to need to make a day trip.
A what trip?
A day trip.
To where?
You see her hands ball up into fists. Tarek. I managed to catch a few of them before we had to escape. Hopefully their bodies will still be there. Yes, thank you for your input, DM. We're role-playing. Just by the way, a CR-27 Dragon Horde has about 500,000 gold in it.
Well, Rehne was talking about bounties. Maybe there's some dragon slaying bounties.
True.
I mean, we killed 3 dragons. Shouldn't we have their hordes?
No, because we killed them out in the field. We didn't kill them anywhere near where their horde could be, which means we'd have to find their horde.
My
It's a
other
thing.
thing is, it's like, it's kind of, this is just coming from my perspective, but like the fucking dragon is just sitting at their horde, and then like we bust in like the fucking Kool-Aid man, like, oh yeah,
Through the wall.
yeah, time to kick some fucking dragon ass because we need your gold. Now who's the greedy creature? Jesus.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
I mean, would you rather be civil with a dragon and try and plead to, if we don't get
We
your
need a
gold,
small
the
load
world's
of 1
going to
million
end.
gold.
I'd rather not deal with any more dragons. We don't have a single bard in the party that can just like swoon a dragon, which would be nice at this point. Okay. Are you sure that you're going to be up for this? Going back?
I won't be able to salvage something from this mess.
We do need to keep in mind your condition as well.
I'm fine. We go in, we salvage what we can, we come back. In and out.
If you can promise it'll go just like that.
Can't promise anything at the moment.
Unfortunately, I know.
But that would be the plan.
I'll go speak with Kosh and Jeva and Nia and sigh about visiting Tarek. But there's also the possibility that they haven't left yet. I'm not sure if they had a reason to stay, but we need to make sure that we're not walking into another battle that we're underprepared for. is there a way to get a glimpse of Tarek before we make the trip?
Cue me looking at my abilities.
I mean, there's the scrying eye that Kosh has.
We can also. So I get on the little ring, the ring that allows us to
The earring.
pass. Yes, yes.
The earring of whispers.
Yes. I just not whispering to Kosh at the moment, just like using it to actually speak to him. Kosh, are you completely sloshed?
So, you just hear him down there just like chuckling. Just.
Oh, he's gone.
Why does that not surprise me?
Jeva, are you stable?
You just hear.
Nope. But they're both gone. Which means.
And then, like, a faint tippy tap. What sounds like metal on table.
Oh my goodness.
Did he get the crystal drunk?
I'll be right back. If you want to check on how Tarek is doing while I'm gone, I'm going to go and put the children to bed. Dun dun, foreshadowing.
Alright, I'll take the time to cast Scry and have a peek on Tarek. See what's going on.
Okay.
So just on the table as you walk down, you see Sai just with now legs coming out of his spider-like legs coming out of his body, just tippy tapping on the table, singing. And the meat sapters were so darn good, and we played and drank all night like we should.
So that takes an hour to cast.
Oh, I forgot to put Sai's voice on.
We got the idea.
Yeah.
Hell, Kosh should probably be singing along. So.
Oh, yeah. But it's just the fact that Sai actually, like, grew his legs just to do this.
Jeez. All right, children. Time for bed.
What do you mean, child? You're younger than me.
Not in this moment. Bedtime. We have important adventures tomorrow morning.
All right, then.
Important adventures. You see, she's a little rosy-cheeked, but she's still stable.
You just see, like, Kosh fistful grab Sai and then take Jeva and just throw him over his shoulder. Throw her over his shoulder.
She
All
picks
right,
up
let's
Jeva
go.
by the scruff of by the scruff of her shirt and throws Sai over his shoulder.
Nia, do you need assistance to your room?
I'm
I've
not
got to-
as far gone as these guys.
All
I'm
right.
a little far gone.
Kosh just
But
comes
not as
over
far.
and lifts Nia up in his arm.
Hey,
All right,
Jesus.
put
let's
me
go.
down. I'm tipsy, not drunk.
And he's drunk.
It's a man's duty to carry a lady.
A little sexist.
I'm with her on this one. Points
I
to
know
Rehne.
I'm the sexiest.
Wait a
That's
minute,
not
did she
what
just
she
wink at
said.
Rehne?
No, she points at Rehne when she said that's a little
Oh.
sexist.
Dude, I thought she was hitting on her, and I was like, oh my god, let Eva see this. Shit will go down.
Well, they're not
And
there
Kosh
yet.
just looks over Rain. I know I'm the sexiest, thank you.
Jesus.
She said
Go to
sexist,
bed.
you moron.
It's okay, I'll get you into bed. Don't you
I can
worry.
get myself to bed. Let me go.
Gets
I would
over
like
to the
to try and wriggle.
stairs.
Nia would like to try and wriggle free, please.
Alright, he's not gonna just like hold you down.
Oh, she's not going anywhere. That's a nat 1.
She actually is drunk. She's lying.
Oh, well, I mean, from the way you tried to get out, come on, let's go. I'm a little more
Better off
concerned
than
about
you, old man.
I'm not even the oldest.
And yet you still can't walk in a straight line.
Listen, when you get to my age,
You're 29!
you can't hold your booze. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
Hold it better than you. What's your con score, actually? What's your con modifier?
Con modifier is 8.
Yeah, she can hold her booze better than you can. Her
Oh,
con
okay.
modifier is 11.
Let's go.
Like she struggles for a bit more, just kind of like, just stops. Just flops. After a bit.
They always get tuckered out, don't they, Rehne?
I'm not tuckered out, I'm just lazy.
Jeva's like, you're only supposed to carry me.
I wonder what would happen if I punched him in the balls.
Don't you dare touch Sai.
Yeah, you know what? She's drunk enough that her inhibitions are gone. Nope. Kind of hits you in the thigh with a dull thud.
I guess you're that drunk. Let's go.
You're drunker than me.
Tosses Jeva into her room.
Just tosses her, just yeet.
Heads to the floor that Ava's on. Good night, Eva!
Good night, Kosh. You've been drinking. I'll need to brew up
Good
some
night, drunk
alchemist
Kosh.
kindness.
He's not as drunk as he thinks he is, but
What?
I mean, yeah. Let's go to bed. Dang it, I keep messing that up.
Let's go to bed.
How did he get the crystal drunk?
Some things we shall never know, nor want to know.
Remind me to double check how much alchemist kindness we've got in the cabinet downstairs.
Of course.
Can't have him with a pounding hangover. You're waiting for me to go to bed, aren't you?
Of course. Even if it's 2 hours of sleep, it's still necessary.
I'm fine.
Good. Did Tyrek look clear?
Seem to be clear.
All right. We'll just proceed with caution tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm going to be making sure we are properly,
Does
properly
Kosh need to get to
enhanced.
crafting?
Not yet.
No. Well, I'm sorry, but Kosh is not going to be okay with going back without the third eyes.
Yeah, well, either Kosh can come along or Kosh can not come along. This is happening.
Or something equivalent.
Bedtime.
Eva spends most of the time just lying awake in bed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone except for Nia only needs 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, Nia needs 8. Because
Yeah.
she doesn't have the ring yet.
So 2 hours go by. Rehne gets up. Take a shower. Or bath.
Prestidigitation.
Nope. Actual motherfucking shower.
As much as it's convenient to have prestidigitation, sometimes it's nice to just have a hot shower. So Eva just lies there, staring at the ceiling, going over and over. I was going to say, where the fuck did you go? Because your token disappeared while it was changing.
Mm-hmm.
Just going over the events of the attack in her head over and over again. How she could have done things differently to make sure they wouldn't almost die. So she doesn't really sleep. Why is Jeva in Kosh's room?
I was wondering when you'd notice.
I just kind of looked down and went, hang on a sec, there's one more token in that room that isn't normally in that room.
So yeah, Jeva decided she didn't, quote unquote, she didn't feel good and wanted to sleep in the same bed as Kosh.
Sneaky little minx.
And now you have an idea for Rehne.
So she takes herself a nice shower and then takes a bath on top of it because why the fuck not? And then boop. She gets done, she gets dressed, and she goes to cook breakfast. It's only been like 3 hours.
Yeah. So in the length of time it would take for Nia to have her long rest, Eva has tried going to sleep, but her mind's just too active. Just replaying the events over and over again. Changing factors and positions, just trying to find other ways of going around it.
Kosh finally wakes up and heard the sound of the shower going and decides, that might actually be a good idea. And let Jeva stay sleeping in his bed. And saunters out to the main room, just buck naked,
What?
walking to the bath.
Why does that not surprise me? House full of women, and Kosh is just like, yep, balls free.
He was sleeping naked next to Jeva.
No. He was clothed.
I mean, you didn't state that before. He just walks out butt naked from his bedroom to the bathroom. Another hour goes by. It's been 4 hours. She still needs 4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ava's waking up last in this order. Or waking up last in this order.
Right.
Finishes up. Saunters
Still naked.
back. He has a towel hanging from his
I
arm.
was gonna say,
that's
please tell me at least he
slightly
dried off so he's
obscuring.
not friggin' dragging water throughout the house.
Just slightly obscuring everything.
As long as he's not tracking water through the house.
You can show your balls off all you want, but you better not fucking lay water on my fucking floor.
I mean, at this point, they'd be used to Kosh doing that. Let's be fair.
Yeah, very much truthful.
He has heard the several threats of Eva threatening to sovereign glue a towel around him. And you've heard of sovereign glue. It is the strongest
yeah.
glue in... It is the strongest glue in existence.
Yep.
So however much longer it is, Nia eventually gets up. Ends up making her way. Still not used to the layout, ends up on the shop floor briefly. I'm like, hang on a sec. That's not right. That's not where I was last night.
She might still be slightly hungover.
And then makes her way down.
Good morning.
I should not have drunk so much.
Eva has something to fix that.
Where does she keep it?
I'll go and grab some for you.
Thank you.
So she goes, she grabs it, she brings it back. She brings it back in surplus just in case Kosh and Jeva need it.
I mean, they have their eye on stone, so all they have to do is just slap that on.
Right.
Yeah, it does work as neutralized poison.
Good.
Technically, you could just give her yours.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it'll just cure it like that.
Well, it's neutralized poison, so...
Ironstone Gambuge Nodule. Grants you immunity to poison as if wearing a periapt proof against poison. Wearer is immune to poison, although poison's active when the periapt is first donned, still run their course. You would still have a hangover. However,
Fair
there is
enough.
something that can help with that. I just need to find it again. There it is. So, when mixed with water, it makes a fizzing cocktail that eliminates the effects of a hangover within 10 minutes of drinking it.
There you go.
So you see put a little bit in some water, give it a moment to dissolve and fizz, and then drinks it.
One down, two to go.
It does leave me wondering where those two are. Also leaves me wondering why you're awake.
As I said, once Ava is done with you, you won't be the same you that you once were. The magical properties that she can produce enable us just to sleep for 2 hours and be light as rain.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Jeez.
But speaking of Ava, typically she's up as well. Alright. Not going to get the pots and pans this time, but I'll be right back.
Do it.
Help
Cause him some
yourself to
torment.
some... Help yourself to some breakfast. I made some fresh.
I will.
Alright.
And slowly
On a
starts
mission.
beginning to eat while the alchemist kindness starts kicking in.
Not only did she have to send the kids to bed, she has to wake the kids up.
Well, at least one of them is already awake.
Yep. Parenting 101.
So as you're walking up the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
Jeva walks out.
Finally get to the hot to say something.
I was just making sure he's okay. I just walked in there.
Bullshit.
Sense
Where's my
motive versus a
fucking
bluff.
sense motive?
Sense motive versus bluff. Let's go. Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh,
She got you beat.
she did. Is he awake?
Yeah, he's awake. He already went and took a shower.
Strange. He doesn't
I-
typically take showers. Do you need to take a shower?
I could use the time to freshen up.
Freshen up.
We did spend the evening drinking and whatnot, and I might not be the worse for wear, but doesn't mean I can't be presentable.
Mm.
Oh, Jeva! I wonder where you went.
Is he still naked?
Yeah.
Kosh,
Yes?
how did you sleep?
Oh, very well. Jeva actually kept me warm all night.
Oh, did she? Rehne looks at Jeva.
That was your imagination, Kosh.
Hope he fucking sense motives her. Dear Jesus.
Why would he sense motive his student? Whom he trusts.
I mean, whom he trusts. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Jesus.
it must have been.
Yeah, Kosh ain't beating her bluff ever. His sense motive is plus 25, her bluff is plus 47.
Jeez. How is it so high? Oh, wisdom. Wow, fuck. Her bluff is outrageous.
Yep.
Her bluff be insane, yo.
I mean, okay, that was a shitty roll, but jeez. I mean, because my bluff is a plus 40, but god damn,
Yeah,
I'd have to roll really high on a sense motive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, breakfast is being served. Kosh, wear pants. Miss
You got
Nia
it,
does
ma'am.
not. Wait, what?
Said you got it, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Would you rather me say mum with the way you're taking care of us?
No. Put pants on. Go eat breakfast.
You just see him like reach into the door, grab the pants from his bed, and slip them on in the hall.
It's at this
Jesus.
moment that Eva's door opens.
As
Jesus,
he's
she flies
sliding
up.
his pants up his top.
Oh,
That-
morning, Eva.
That doesn't surprise me. Jeez, you guys are noisy this morning.
How'd you sleep?
Commotion.
She doesn't look like she's really slept. Like, at all.
I'm guessing you didn't sleep at all.
Not really. Mind is too active.
A shower would do you as well.
I'll shower when we get back. It's going to be getting dirty anyway.
Alright. Jeva's going to take a quick shower. Nia's already eating. Kosh, if you're hungry, breakfast is upstairs, downstairs, in a direction.
Downstairs.
What'd you make?
Eggs, pancakes, sausage, bacon. The holy trinity of breakfast.
And there should be some
There's-
alchemist kindness in the cabinet of the alchemy lab.
I already brought it.
Oh.
Miss Nia needed it.
I'm fairly resilient.
By the sounds of
Oh.
it, you were pretty far gone.
Oh, it was mostly this fool here.
Yes, how did you get
Wha-
your crystal drunk? That is a question that needs answering.
Oh, I wasn't drunk. I was just enjoying myself.
Yeah. Little guy grew some legs last night. It was great.
Didn't know I had it in me.
Well, apparently you do.
Wanna see?
Maybe another time.
Aww.
We've got stuff that we need to do.
All work and no play.
Oh, good morning, Nia.
Morning. How's the head?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine.
Got bullshit on that. You drunk more than I did.
Do you want me to do a con roll?
No, it's
John, give me a
they're-
DC.
No, they're just she's bantering.
Nah, fair. Trust me, in our line, we gotta learn how to keep up with the drinks. Speaking of which, I'm quite impressed with how you were drinking.
I'm fairly hardy. And I've been drinking longer than I should have.
Jeva finished cleaning up and heads downstairs. Oh. Good morning.
Morning. How's the head?
I'm fine. Um.
Well, Miss Maiden was kind enough to bring some of this down. She puts the jar of alchemist kindness between them. Just in case you're feeling like your head's pounding.
She just takes it. I don't really need this. And she's just sitting there cross-armed, Looking at the chair that Sai's in. Looking at the chair you're in. Jeva, eat.
So Rehne is kind of eating in silence. She's just observing everybody and in their small talk, but typically she's just eating small bits, taking careful precaution to not burn herself.
Not doing
Probably
Eva.
like how Kosh is.
Yeah.
She's not doing Eva at this moment. Gotta wait for that.
Well,
Soon
But-
see ya.
Fucking, I'm thinking 9 months, like me, not Rehne. 9 months down, we're gonna have like fucking Jeva and Kosh babies. Like,
I mean, we've got 8 and a bit months of crafting to do.
oh my god, if she's pregnant, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Bit early
No.
for the kids to be coming through for the next campaign there. Calm your
That's
farm.
what I thought.
no, that's an innocent.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So probably take an hour, eat
Eva's
breakfast.
just kind of picking a little bit, not really eating too much.
Kosh looks over at Ava. What's the order of the day?
Well, I did the numbers. We are vastly short of what we need to get everything done. But I did manage to catch a few of the cultists before we had to bail before. Checked on Tarek through scrying last night. Looks like they've cleared out. I say we make a day trip. See if we can't
Did you-
salvage from the mess.
You caught them? Did you put them in a bag or something?
No, Kosh. I killed them.
Oh, well, I mean, I suppose that works too, but I figured you'd probably put them in a bag if you caught them. But
You're the one who puts people in bags, Kosh.
I'm quite proficient at it.
But it's not a trend that everyone conforms to.
I should get you a bag of devouring.
Let's
just-
not.
Just give me a bag of hold person.
Any bag that you want it to be.
You see Ava, like... You can kind of see Ava's mind running for a minute. Well, it wouldn't be magical. But I can think of a way of doing it.
All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves with creating of bags for bodies.
By the way,
So-
you've gotten better at cooking, Rain.
Oh, I'm not the bad cook. She's like side eyes, Ava.
Guilty as charged. There's a reason that I never went into the kitchen back home.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Of
my mistake.
course. Can't always be right. Believe me, when I sent Ava into the kitchen that one time, I was definitely in the wrong. That will never happen again.
I only cut my fingers about a half a dozen times. It was fine. I
Yes,
healed
and you
very
bled.
quickly.
Blood all over the knife.
Oh,
And-
that was a prestidigitation from cleaning.
When you're in the kitchen, you don't like to hear that people's blood has been spilled.
They were
the one
flesh
place
wounds. Though the salt did hurt.
I'm surprised. Seeing how you've been made of salt as of lately.
No, I've been made of vinegar.
You just see Jeva while you're conversating, pick up Sai,
Just-
put him
you-
in the seat.
You sit there. Fuck you, my seat.
So the thing is the last thing that Ava said, I'm like, vinegar, right?
Yeah.
Rehne just looks at her and she goes, well, you certainly take my breath away.
Oh my
I'm too
god.
tired to even have a response for that.
All right, is everyone done with breakfast?
Kosh pushes the plate in front of him. Ah, yes.
Good. Ava, are you actually well enough to do transportation?
I'll be fine.
The ring of sustenance is great, but having some real food is even better. Especially when we're not on our travels.
Yes, well, at the moment I need efficiency.
All right. Believe we're ready when you are.
Alright, before we go, Nia, cast on yourself. I'll start casting on everyone else. So Nia will cast 9 lives on herself, and Ava will cast 9 lives on Kosh, Jeva, and Rehne, as well as herself. And Ava will also cast Mage Armor on herself before we go. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Nia's done one for her. Activate Neutral Sect. So that'll last for a little bit. And just do my usual startup stuff. And I will cast Greater Teleport.
Okay.
I see those tokens off to the side there, John. Unless that's your counter. That's your counter. So the moment we touch the ground, Ava's looking around to make sure. Fucking hell. Your stealth, though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna see me.
So we are going to have to minus 20 from that for now, because you don't technically
Yeah.
have that bonus yet. But that's a preview.
That's okay. No, I can't wait. Fucking 100 while moving. 120 while not moving.
Uh-huh.
We just see ash piles surround us.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of ash piles and a bunch of corpses.
I thought they were all ash.
The cultist not.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Clean up on aisle 9. We need Kosh with the body bag. That whole bag of devouring, it probably sounds pretty good right now.
Oh, the
You see
bag of
Kosh
devouring
just
is
trying
bad.
to take the ashes. Just sweep the ashes into the bag.
Kosh, leave the ashes. We've got other things to be looting. It looks like
Oh,
we're in
they're
the
just-
clear. So start stripping the cultists down for anything useful. You should know what to look for by this point.
Yep.
And Nia's just looking around. Seeing all the burnt buildings and what's left of the town she grew up in. So yeah, however long it takes to loot, that's how long it takes.
Kosh, seeing Nia just look around, I look at her and say, "Have you ever heard the tales of a phoenix?"
Read about a few of them.
Just remember, things are always reborn from ash. Trees, forests, farmland, and the phoenix. And this town will one day be what it used to. Just like all of those. I'm sorry for what you might have lost here.
Somehow I don't think that the people that were here are going to be reborn in fire.
Unfortunately, maybe not. But that doesn't mean this town can't be.
For a town
In
to
honor of them.
exist, you need people.
People will come. It's a town.
It was a town.
It still can be.
At the moment when I realised that my name is still showing Kaya, it should be showing Eva.
Yep.
Changed it. Well, even if the town returns, there's nothing left for me here.
Well, your home is with us now. Jeva looks jealous, but is more understanding.
Eva's doing everything that she can to make sure that the looting is going as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And as soon as we've finished with the bodies, Eva will call everyone to gather up for a teleport back.
Should we not dispose of the bodies as well? Can't just leave them here.
Why not? The bodies that would have been buried by someone who cared are already naught but ash, and the rest are murderers.
They may be murderers, yes, but they will just fester in disease. Should someone come to the town and find all the dead bodies festering and whatnot,
You have a bag for corpses, don't you, Kosh?
We're not bringing
I
the
do.
corpses.
I keep. Plus, there are dragons.
I'm
Or
not
did they
the
poof away, John?
What was that?
The dragon
The
corpses.
dragon's bodies, did they poof away, or?
Nope.
Oh,
Alright.
loot the fucking dragon bodies.
Yep, we already did.
Good. Fucking dragons.
Now, if you're wanting to stuff the massive, colossal dragon body in a bag of holding, that's another story.
Oh, hey. Take the whole dragon. Sell it piece by piece.
But we're not we're not bagging the bodies. We don't have the time nor the amount of bags needed for it.
It's more of my concern just to burn the bodies so that they don't create a plague further from their corpses.
You see flames start to gather around Ava's hand. That can be arranged.
That's fine.
Everyone's going to want to step back.
Wherever Rehne needs to go, she goes.
So the bodies are basically centered in the area around us here.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're going to want to get about 40 feet out. Maybe 45 to be
Jesus,
safe.
you're literally going to destroy the town.
I mean, the town's already...
I was going to say, I'm not destroying it. It's already destroyed.
You're going to level the town.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's already pretty leveled. I imagine there's not a lot left standing after 10 ancient dragon fire breaths.
Yeah, fair.
Once you guys are out of range, you see, rather reminiscent of the tree in the underground, Evercast Meteor Swarm, centered
Jesus.
on a point above the well to ignite the bodies.
Yeah.
As Ava's casting it, Kosh just nudges over to Nia. Watch this.
Yeah, Mia's going to be over there too. And I'll just mark off a 9th level spell. See, I don't use that spell for anything but setting shit on fire. It's the most expensive frickin' Zippo ever.
Do you not have, like, Firestorm or something?
I do. But where's the fun in that? I never get to use Meteor Swarm because it's fucking useless.
Then why do you have it?
Because I expected it to be better. But in Pathfinder, it's shit.
So how do you dispose of the dragon corpses? They're immune to fire.
Bring those with us.
How many casts of Disintegrate do you think it would take to take care of the body?
Just one each.
Done.
As long as we have all their pieces. We picked them clean, right?
Yep. Take the head, take the claws, take the fair amount of scales.
I mean, you can do that while I'm making sure that the bodies are burning.
Alright, whoever's doing that, give me survival check.
Ah, yes, survival. That one skill that nobody fucking uses.
Guess I can
Jeva
help.
do it?
Guess I can help. 1 second. There we go.
Brains is not bad.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
Yeah, you do an okay job. You managed to break off the horns, maybe grab some fangs and some scales.
So we've got some red dragon parts.
Yeah.
I at least want to rip off the head.
I think that's like brute strength.
You have cutting tools. Heck, Rehne has a Vorpal kukri. She could just whack at it till.
Yeah.
click.
Perfect. I just whack at it until I hit a 20.
Yeah, Rehne gets you the whole head.
Both of them.
Okay.
I hope you realize there's a weight limit on this train.
I'll put it in the bag.
I hope you realize that the bag's probably not big enough to actually fit the dragon head in there.
We have multiple bags.
That doesn't help. Like, at
We
all.
just- We have multiple bags. Just put a bag inside of a bag.
Oh god, no, don't do that.
Kidding.
No, that's bad.
I'm kidding.
Okay, it's like teleport, so I need to go to the teleport spell. Okay.
As long as we have everything that we need.
You can bring objects along with their weight doesn't exceed your maximum load. I'm pretty sure we should be good, considering my maximum load is somewhere in the vicinity of a ton.
Same.
My light load is friggin' 918 pounds, so...
How much does a dragon head weigh?
At least as much as a large creature.
Okay, so yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, not that we want to keep these here.
Oh no, we put
Oh,
those
I
outside.
Yeah, I meant to mount these on the outside wall.
Ava
No.
wouldn't teleport the skulls into the house.
What I meant is, we should probably go to town and sell everything that we can.
That was my next call of plan.
I'm already one ahead of you.
You just see Kosh like hold out his hands like, but my trophy.
Kosh.
Kosh, you can keep the trophy. We're going to sell all the other crap.
Second.
I have the head!
No! We have to sell those.
He should be fine
my
to keep the heads.
But I can keep one.
I mean, you could keep both. I reckon with all the stuff that we got off of the dragons and the cultists, we should have enough.
Right, but just in case we need more money. We can never have enough.
Why do you want to sell my heads?
Well, you're not exactly using it.
I see where you're going. Because I have Sai with me, so I have two heads.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Bring the dragon heads. We are selling them. There will be more dragons in the future. And when you actually kill those dragons, then you can call them your trophies.
I killed this dragon. I remember it. This is my punch mark.
Did he kill both, or did I kill both?
I killed one.
Yeah, I think it was one each.
Yeah, technically one already had its head cut off, so...
I mean, we've already got a blue dragon skull.
Because we are not collecting dragon skulls.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, no, we are not.
Listen, we have a flying castle we need to fill up.
Not full of dragon heads. Ava, please be the voice of reason.
I doubt we'd get much for a dragon head.
See?
Might be collectors.
We'd probably get more out of the scales, teeth, and claws than we would the skull. And if you want the skull, then we should keep the teeth in the skull because that looks better.
There we go. It's decided.
I believe that you chose his side.
I gotta give him one.
Thank you.
I'm usually arguing against him. I've got to give him one.
You have to make it look nice. It cannot look gaudy here.
Oh, it'll be the best thing
Looks
you've ever
around
seen.
the house with the tapestries that we've taken from various things. All the things we've got around here, and you're calling that gaudy.
Dragon heads. Mounted dragon heads. Just either inside or outside. Yes. That is gaudy.
Dragon skulls. It's a
I
little more
mean-
tasteful.
If we take the lower jaw off one, we could use it for a roof for the forge. Wouldn't be a very big roof.
I don't mind taking them and utilizing them in different ways if we can find better ways than just sticking a skull up on the wall.
I mean, the blue dragon skull's currently our overhang for the front door. Nice
That's
sheltered
why
area.
I thought we could. That's why I thought we could use the other two to hang.
Going to become like a theme. Going to look
What?
like a hunter's lodge by the time we're done. Suppose we could just hang up every dead thing that we create.
God, no, we'd have too many
Wait.
friggin' skeletons around.
Hmm. Point.
I knew we shouldn't have burnt all those bodies. You have a point.
We are not
Kosh,
decorating
no.
the house with human corpses.
This is not a corpse house.
You want
That
to
was
make
a joke.
If you want to make a haunted house, go do it somewhere else.
That was a joke.
Really? Because I wouldn't put it past you.
Just kind of gestures at Rain, just like the point right here. Well, while Kosh sorts that out, I'm gonna start making my way in to sell all these items.
You may have one dragon head. Choose wisely.
I'm taking my kill. And then he
Alright.
just tosses the other dragon head at you.
I'm pretty sure Rain would dodge that.
Oh yeah.
You were supposed to catch it.
Do I look like I'm a brute?
Okay, so I'm gonna call Eva catches it. Because she rolled high enough to notice Kosh throwing it, and then got reasonably high on the reflex save.
I understand. Leave it to a monk.
Yes, she does catch it. If you're going to throw things, at least throw things that aren't going to destroy the damn floors, Kosh.
Not that heavy. Plus, we're on the ground floor.
Yes, and these are wooden floors, and also we're in the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Ground floor, the basement. Ah.
That is the second vote for volunteer for new spells. And we've got some shit to sell.
Oh yeah. All right. Do we have?
We don't
Do we
need
have
to
a
upbeat
place
that.
that we're going?
At
No.
least several places, because I don't think there's anywhere that could actually handle 3.5 million gold's worth of things in one transaction.
That's true.
So it'd be like some here, some here, some here, some here.
Okay.
Spending a good portion of the day and picking up a few things.
All right. So we spend the better portion of the day just selling all the shit.
And then buying a few things, including the first wave of Nia's gear. That isn't stuff that we could just grab out of the vaults or out of the bag.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Well, that's step 1 done.
Pretty well. There's been a lot of RP, which I love. Seems to be like everybody's enjoying it too.
Yeah.
And now we have to wait 2 more weeks. If you're wanting
Yeah.
to call it, I can understand if you are, because it's probably, what, like 5 a.m. over there?
Yeah, it's
just
5
about.
a.m. Do you have work today, John?
Yeah, I work in 7 hours.
Probably be getting some sleep soon. And then we have to ask. I know. We'll have to ask Scott. I don't work today, but we are basically renovating our house. So
Ah,
we've got a lot of cleaning and shit to do.
that's fair.
But I mean, while he's gone, how was the progression for you? I know that like there wasn't a lot.
I mean, we're still in the first couple days.
Yeah. Like,
We've done a
months
lot
haven't
of
passed.
RP that has extended
Yeah.
the amount of time I thought we would take. So,
How many days has passed?
this
3?
was day 2.
This was day 2.
Because you said we woke up the morning after, which was the day that Eva spent calculating. And
Yep.
then day 2 was this.
Okay, so it's now the 7th.
All right.
I've spent a lot of this time looking up how much dragon scales would be worth.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't added them to any of our lists for costs, so...
I
I'm
mean,
still very curious about how much money we've got.
Well, currently, from the loot that we've picked up from the recent dungeons and that collection, we've got 3,453,929 gold in items. We've got stuff in the vault. The vault is currently totaling 325,309 gold and 5 silver.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, I had to take a piss.
Shop stock has 15,500. Vault 3 has another 379,179 gold. And the bank currently has it has 1,210,229 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper. And that's thanks to the donations from Rehne and Kosh. So yeah, we've got a bit of money. Not going to have much after this, but
It'll be worth it.
oh yeah.
so yeah. Scott, I don't know if you looked up the price of dragonhide. So from those 2 colossal red dragons, if you had taken the entire corpse worth of scales, you would get about 3,300 gold each.
Damn.
Each scale is worth $3,000.
No, if you were to
For
craft
the
it
corpses.
into full plate.
Okay.
Masterwork full plate, made of dragonhide, 3,300 gold. 2 sets. Not really worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice for decoration. To buy one, but as far as making a profit from the corpses, not so much.